All right, what we going by?
I'm more Ash. Well, I'm more Ash when I'm on the Gumbo show. I'm just Ash in person. So whatever you do.
All right, we're going by Ash in person.
Okay.
All right, Ash in person. Put your right hand up and your left hand on your word, wherever you decide your word is. Okay, I like it. Hold it just like that. Do you solemnly agree that we have your permission to post this across all of our social media platforms?
Of course, absolutely.
Is
Post
it
it everywhere.
everywhere?
And use all the right hashtags.
Okay, send them to us. Is there anything, and I do mean anything, that is off limits you don't want us to ask you about?
Not specifically.
If we do ask you something that is off limits, you understand, you can tell us no, you want to pass, or move on.
Absolutely.
All right, cool, let's get it.
Let's do it.
Okay,
I
literally.
appreciate that, Jackie. Yes, ma'am. Go for it.
Okay. Literally is no pressure. I'm your host, Bangem Bugg.
It's your girl, Just K for real.
We got a special guest. She already introduced herself, so tell us where you originally from.
I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. Been here about 2.5, 3 years. I've been here since 2018, August 18th. Yeah.
You know, when I was a kid, right, we went up, I used to stay in Sedale. You know what they said? It's like a little small
I was
town.
gonna say you gotta be in the boonies.
It is.
I heard that.
And we went up to St. Louis, and I remember I used to be like, it's dirty as fuck up here. Like, it looked so bad. Like, just right
Yeah,
out
depending
there.
on where you at, if you in the city or east side, they trash it out. You know what I mean? They try to do some, you know.
It looked like they're from the interstate. It ain't no way you
Oh,
get
yeah.
off the back roads and see it bad. It looked like they're from the main road. I'm
Damn.
like, God damn.
Like what? Like trash?
Like it's just dirty. Like it's like old like buildings or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
like
buildings are, a lot of
Baltimore.
the buildings are older infrastructures and stuff like that. So yeah, I can see that. Yeah, for sure.
But they being used?
Yeah, like Anheuser-Busch has been there forever, but they still use it. It's still a warehouse, but it looked like an old ass. I can put something.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, old ass like dirty ass like haunted house or some shit.
Wow.
The only reason you know it's Anheuser-Busch because you still got the shit on the, on the top. They say like Anheuser-Busch might be missing a couple of letters or some shit, but you know it's like whatever. So.
Wow.
Okay, so did you grow up with both of your parents?
Say that again.
Did you grow up with both of your parents?
I grew up with my mom and my stepdad. So not my biological dad, but my stepdad.
So what's your relationship with your dad? Or it's not no relationship.
What about with your stepdad?
I fucked with my stepdad. Yeah, he was there for me since I was like 4 or 5. So
that's your dad?
That's like my dad. Yeah.
Okay, so give me your most traumatic experience as a child.
Oh, that's a great question, Bug. So, my most traumatic experience as a child, we used to hang out. So I'm from East St. Louis. That's where a lot of my family is from, Madison, Illinois, which is on the east side, so it's still considered East St. Louis. But then my mom moved, so we moved to St. Louis, over across the bridge, basically. So I still used to come over, like play with my cousins and hang out and stuff like that. And so my cousins was bad as fuck, and I used to come over there and get into stuff with them. So we was like taking a walk, going to some other apartments. I forget what the name of the apartments was called. I want to say the business, but I don't think that's it. But anyway, we was going to these other apartments like around the block. It was a group of us walking, and one of my cousins had got into it with a little boy, and him and the little boy was about to start, fighting or some shit. And I turned around and said something smart to the little boy, and he picked up like a big ass rock like this. And when I turned around and was walking, he threw it. It hit me in my back, and basically it left like a big ass mark. Like,
Oh my God.
I was bruised. I was fucked up for like 2-3 weeks. Like, I had to go to the hospital. It was like a lot of internal bleeding type shit. So he fucked me up. So that was like my worst traumatic experience. Then I have 2. My cousin, did y'all ever have an experience where y'all grandmas or aunties used to put y'all in the tub with y'all other cousins and shit?
I ain't really had
Hell
cousins.
no.
No, okay, so
But I've seen it.
I took baths with my cousins, right? So one time me and my cousin had took a bath together, and when we got out the tub, he knocked over the lamp, and I was standing right there, and I was wet, and it fell. I still have the scar to this day. It fell right here. So I have a big ass. It looks just like a fucking light bulb. It's a round circle right here, and it burnt me like 4th-degree burn. Like I was fucked up, patched up. So yeah, I've had a couple, and then I was bit by a dog in my face too when I was like 5.
I got 2 similar stories of that, because my mom and my dad, I got young parents.
Okay.
So like they done been through like dumb shit. But my mom did something to my dad. My dad took a penny and left it on a light bulb, and took that shit and flicked it at her, and it's like a burn on her chest till this day.
Wow.
Still on her, and he like they laugh about that shit. That shit is crazy, but that, and then another girl I met in high school, she had one dimple, and she was like, I got bit by a dog and it bit my other dimple off, and I'm like, if you got a dimple and the dog bites you, wouldn't it make it deeper?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I was like, okay, that's your story. You sticking to it.
She was just mad at the dimple.
Okay.
Okay, sis.
You just got one.
I didn't. I seen like some pictures of people who got bit by dogs. That's why I'd be nervous of like any dog that come around.
I still have the scar. I was only like 5. I don't know what side it's on. It's on one of these sides of my cheeks. Yeah, but I still got the scar. He bit me from this angle, so it got right here and right. It barely missed my eyeball. It was like right here. So I had stitches in both spots, and I still got the scar right here. He just bit my face. Yeah, so. I was like 5, so I don't really remember it, but I remember from the scars.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It was y'all dog or like
It was my stepdad's dog.
Wow.
What they do to the dog?
He shot it.
Okay. That's
Took
what
it in
you
the
do.
backyard and killed it.
Hell yeah, that motherfucker gotta go.
Yeah.
Buying babies and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, because many dogs don't even do that. Like when it
But
comes to
I wasn't
kids.
even fucking with him. Like it was one of them type of situations. Like we was just sitting there. I was watching TV, and he was just laying there. I don't know what happened, but whatever happened, I don't know if I made a sudden move, like kids just getting up to do something, and he ain't like it or what. But he snapped.
It was like a bulldog.
It was a German Shepherd.
Oh hell.
Grown ass German Shepherd. He was probably about 2-3 years old. Yeah, he was grown.
He just mad at your ass.
Yeah, he was mad as hell. And then some of them grown dogs don't like kids too. They be
Yeah,
feeling like
they-
territorial
yeah.
and don't like when little kids come around, stuff like that. So.
Okay, something you tried to keep private, but everybody found out about it.
Oh my God. My first baby.
Okay.
I run that bag up. I was still dancing, y'all. They were like, yeah, this bitch trying to pop like shit. I gotta get it. But apparently I got a baby on the way. Mother, you can work harder and shit.
Okay.
So yeah, my first just trying to get on. So.
No, you fine.
My DJ on his way.
Okay.
Pull up, he part of my show too, but 3951.
I just type in Omega Worlds.
Just send it to me real quick so I can text it to him. I tried to
That's right.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, so that would probably be my thing. So it was a little embarrassing, I would say, for me because so what happened to me my senior year of high school, it was like this big ass feud between a set of girls and then the girls that I hang out with. And so we fought like all year. And then it was like the last straw for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little older than some of them. Like we was all in different grades. Me and another girl was in the same grade, and then her sister and my friend was in the same grade. But make a long story short, they gave me one more strike type shit. Mm-hmm. Like you do one more thing and we candy your ass. We don't care if your grade's good or not. Because I had good grades, I just be in there doing bullshit. And so got in that last fight. And they kicked my ass out. They say you got to go. You know what I'm saying? But I had all my credits. So they mailed me my diploma. I couldn't walk. I couldn't do none of the senior shit like that they did. Like they had a lock in and some more shit or whatever. I couldn't do that. So basically they just stripped me of all my perks. Didn't let me participate in anything, but they gave me my diploma and I basically was just done like in school. So I was out in like I was out in like February or March and everybody else didn't get out till May. So I was out for like a couple more months before everybody else or whatever. But so my cousin was living in Orlando, and I was one of them type of kids like to my mama like, wait till I turn 18. Well, I used to say it all the time. Wait till I turn 18. I'm out of here. Like y'all just watch. I'm out of here. So when I got kicked out of school, it was like, I'm about to run it. I'm out. So I went and I had called my cousin. My cousin is my mom's first cousin, so they the same age. You know what I mean? So I called her like, can I come down there? Where you at? Never been to Florida, packed my stuff up. I left. I went to Florida. And before I left, my stepdad was like, don't bring my baby back.
Okay.
And I came back with a baby. So that's why I said it was kind of embarrassing for me because I came back to St. Louis on a bus because I lost everything. Didn't want to dance no more and I was pregnant. And it was like, what the fuck am I doing? I don't have no family here. I don't know nobody. Take your ass back home. You know what I'm saying? So I went back home, but I came back pregnant. I'm sorry.
Did everything you weren't supposed to do. Tell them.
Okay, so if home was a person, who would it be and why?
Oh, that's a great question. If home was a person, it would be my husband. Najee, he is from St. Louis. So a lot of him just reminds me of home.
Yeah.
It's like one of them type of things. Like I like Midwest niggas. I like dudes from the Midwest.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the South, but Midwest specifically, like St. Louis, Chicago, Memphis. You know, them type of vibes. So he just still kind of give me that. You know what I mean? And being here is like a little bit refreshing for me because I don't know nobody like that.
Right.
You know that I'm close to like that. That's from home. So.
Okay, like Midwest niggas is known for like having game, like pimp type shit. Like, is that what it is, or what is it exactly?
She remembered that shit.
It's so weird.
Couple lines in her
We gotta blame that.
Okay,
Now, I'm be honest. I think it's the swag.
Mm.
They just got a different type of swag. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just like certain things that St. Louis niggas don't do. There's certain things they don't wear. Now, you ain't gonna catch a lot of St. Louis niggas in slides or flip flops. No shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just ain't with that shit. Like, I don't know. It's just certain things. Like, it's a whole. I don't know. When you from somewhere, it's like
the aura.
like that's where you from, so that's what you used to. You know what I mean? So it's one of them type of things. But no, I would say not necessarily like pimping or nothing like that, but they do be having mad game and they do be on some bullshit.
That's a nigga, like one of my best friends, he from Michigan. This is the most slickest talking nigga.
What up, though?
Like,
They'll kill you with the what up, though? What up, though? Like,
when he start talking, like, you might want to write this shit down because it works. When you use it, you be like, God damn, this shit works.
Yeah.
He just come up with this shit like right off the top, like he freestyle.
yeah, I got some family in the D, so shout out to the D.
That's
Okay.
funny.
So
I
if
came
a-
across them.
you haven't? What's a lot on mine?
Yeah.
If a guy start playing games, do you cut him off immediately, or do you just like wait till you do it again?
Oh, that's the case by case scenario for sure. It depends also if we're talking about the old me or the new me.
You ever
Give us
cheated?
both.
Oh yeah, that's the reason I'm married.
Because you cheated?
Because I cheated. Yeah.
So you married the person you cheated with?
No.
You're married to the person you
Somebody
cheated
cheated
on?
Yes. So we both cheated. He cheated on me first, and then I cheated back. And then after he found out that I cheated back, then he proposed.
So he
Like,
was
you know what?
He's like,
let's stop
fuck
this bullshit.
that. Let's go
just,
ahead.
you know,
I'll go
take it
down
a
and
big
let's go ahead
note.
like this. That's how
One of those type of things or whatever. But we've been together since. So we met in 2006, April 11th, 2006. We got married. We was officially like a couple in 2009, and then we got married in 2013. So
That's not bad at all.
yeah, so we've been together for a long time. But I'm sorry, back to the question at hand. The old me would cut a nigga off in a second. But also because the old me was a stripper, and if you know a stripper or if you whatever, they have a certain mentality about themselves. Majority of them have a certain mentality about themselves, and at that time, my mentality was just like, fuck these niggas, like dollar signs. That's all I see. I don't need all this. You know what I mean? And then in my mind, it's also like I'm a stripper. What the fuck you want with me? You know what I mean? That's just how I thought. You know, so. I was just also like, I'm not gonna waste my time with this shit because I already know what you want to do, and if I'm not trying to fuck you, then I'm not trying to chill with you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even have no reason to waste your time or lead you on or nothing like that. But so the old me will cut him off only because niggas was just like in plethora, like it's easy to come by. Yeah, it's a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? So it was nothing for me to be like whatever. The new me. And like I said, this also depends on who you're talking about because I've been with the same person for a while. But the new me also reflecting on that, you gotta be patient with people. You know what I'm saying? So me and my husband have this thing, right? And everybody don't believe in it, but this is our thing. Cheating is 2% of a relationship out of 100. Especially if you've built something for years with somebody. It's not as big as people try to make it out to be. And also it depends on the situation. Now, having an affair and cheating is 2 different things. Cheating is I fuck somebody. Or you fuck somebody. Or a couple of people, whatever you did, you know what I'm saying? Having an affair is you built. Y'all had a whole mental, emotional type of a situation for a long period of time, probably that built up before y'all even fucked. So now it's just
you spend the time.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like nigga wooing and shit. Like I ain't got time for this shit. Like come on, bro. So yeah, so that's my view. You know what I'm saying? So that's me and my husband thing. We got that shit from Cat Williams. He had this one episode that he did, and he was like, "Bitches be out here tripping off the cheating. That shit is 2%, you know." And so it was funny at the time. We made a joke about it, but we always reflect back to that. So like, we'll hear something, or somebody be like, somebody cheat, we be like 2%. You know what I'm saying? That's just our thing. You know what I mean? But so I don't know. I'm just a really chill person overall. Like I've grown to be that way. You know. I feel like life is bigger than what people try to make it, and I also feel like people gonna do what the fuck they want to do. So at the end of the day,
like a stripper saying or something?
What?
What? You said people gonna do what they do.
Are. I swear they are.
Say that all the time.
They are. They gonna do what they want to do.
That's true though. I think that's just reality.
It's a reality. Like
it's true.
A motherfucker will tell you anything in your face, but in the heat of a moment, people make impulsive decisions. And also in the heat of a moment, people may visualize something that they may think is more
like the grass green.
Yeah, like you may see like shit, motherfuckers saw Kim K, and then they turned on the lights, and that ain't what it was. You know what I'm saying? It could be anything like that. You know what I'm saying? You see one thing and you think it's just like the old saying, like everything that glitter ain't gold type of thing. But I don't know. I take each situation as it comes. Yeah. So it's for me, it's a case by case situation. I really can never say how I would respond or how I would act or how I would do in any situation until I actually encounter it.
That comes from going through a lot of shit though. Because we talk all that shit. Oh, I would have.
And then you feel stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't doing that. I ain't gonna put that nigga no more. Then you right there looking at your friend, looking at you like, man, you like,
nah, I'm kind of I kind of like this nigga.
Yeah, I like this toxic ass
okay. Stick around, see if I can change it a little bit. Shit.
Bugg like, I ain't going for it.
He just be listening or not. Or not listening.
Move on.
Okay, I get that.
Okay, give me your best and worst experience as a stripper.
Good question. Worst experience for sure was meeting a nigga in the strip club and having a one night stand and getting pregnant. Yeah. That was the worst experience ever. The most impulsive and poor decision that I probably ever made, not for my child's sake, but just for the sake of the drama, like for the sake of the questions, for the sake of, I don't even fucking know because I was drunk. Like, I don't know, like, it was just some shit. Like, I don't know, like, so, but people be acting like they don't just fuck. Like, motherfucker, I fucked. I don't fuck with this man like that, you know what I'm saying? I got pregnant. It was whatever. So that was probably my worst experience.
Do you like know the guy?
I don't fuck with him. It was like a one night type thing. I like a flame.
So you don't know him? Who he is?
Yeah, I know who he is. I know him from us encountering each other and being around in the club together, but not like now, like as right now in life. Like I haven't talked to him in years.
He know his kid? Do he know he got one?
He told me he can't have kids. He said the doctor said that.
Oh, that's shit because he wanted to hit raw?
Yeah, he said doctor told me. No, this was after
he found out.
When he found out,
when
I told him, he was like, "Nah, the doctor told me I can't have no kids, so that ain't even on me." But then later came back and tried to like take me to court on some shit, like I was trying to keep the kid from him, but then didn't show up. You know what I'm saying? Like just a whole bunch of stupid shit.
A bunch of mess.
Yeah, just a bunch of mess. So I just left it to God. Like for real, like I told y'all before, I'm too chill for that. Like I'm not even the type of person to make somebody do anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to make you love me. I'm not here to make you take care of your child. I'm not here to make you do any of those things and don't care to. That's a question that you're going to have to answer not only to your child, but to God. That has nothing to do with me whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? But you can never say God didn't want you to be a part of your child's life or I try to keep your child from you or nothing like that. But ultimately, we had no relationship. We knew each other from seeing each other in the club and in passings and things like that. We had a night together. I ended up pregnant. And then when I tried to communicate with him to basically tell him, it was like one of them type of situations, like, yeah, nah, I ain't going for it. So then I ended up, that was in Florida, so I moved back to St. Louis and just lost contact for real. I didn't even talk to him.
That's just saying. When you around kids, you be like, how can somebody just not want to be around kids like this?
When I'm around kids, I be like,
I mean, when he wouldn't even take the blood, like, I was like, I'm going to get a blood test. He was like, who going to pay for that? Because I ain't going for it. So he didn't even want to take a blood test. So that just lets you know. You
probably
just didn't want, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just not here for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never been the type of person to be like, oh, I'm going to find this nigga and put this nigga on child support and all this. Like, I'm not going for that. Like, I'll do what I got to do to take care of my own fucking child. Like, and then I met somebody so my husband been with me since my son was 3 months. So, you know, that's basically his dad anyway, you know.
That's dope, though.
It's what it is, life.
Yeah, my sister dad did that. He came around when she got about 10 and was like, "Yeah, we need to go to court so I can pay child support." He set it up, but my mama didn't even show up. She was like, "I'm good."
She was over it. I mean, after 10 years, it's like, and I feel that. Like, my son's 16, so you already know.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, it's like, it's nothing. You can talk to this man at this point. You know what I'm saying? He's 17. Like, you ain't got nothing to say to me, bro. So
even the setup.
But I tried, though, because I didn't want it to be one of them situations where I was the parent that just basically didn't give my child a chance to know who the other side of him was. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely reached out. I definitely tried to have some type of, even if it wasn't like us messing with each other or whatever, just some type of a relationship so that he could know him and even with us being in different states. But he just didn't want it. So, you know what I'm saying?
I was just curious. This is part of my head. So you date girls too? Like you know girls?
I don't date girls. My husband and I like girls.
Okay. She said we.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I don't date girls. I don't really care for girls like that. But
you do it for your man type shit.
With my name, figure it out.
Sound like Kay over there.
That nigga don't like girls. Like me. Okay.
You don't want to share. Maybe that'll.
He didn't already did all that shit.
Yeah, that's pretty much where we at too. But like you speaking on past references, that's what we've done in the past. But you know, I mean, we older.
Girl,
I don't be on a lot of that shit.
I'll do fuck. I do whatever. Like fuck it, let's go. Cause I be just living, but nah, I'm locked in. So it's like.
So you think you can grow out of that? Like that's like a phase.
What?
Like wanting like multiple partners and shit.
For sure. Right. Well, on a female side, I don't know about on the male side. I can't speak for that. You know what I'm saying? For real, because men have different. Y'all hormones be different and shit. But on my side of things, I don't ever feel like I ever wanted to be with a girl. I feel like. You know, if I did it was out of maybe curiosity or like when I say be with a girl, like be in a relationship with a girl. You know what I'm saying? Like I would never be with no girl. Like that's not my thing. So.
Okay. Your highest high and your lowest low.
Oh, that's a great question. So my highest high is probably, it's very vague for one, but it's probably also just very rare moments in my life that I have that are anxiety free. Because I do so much. I'm pulled in a lot of different directions. I'm spread very thin. I feel like any time that I get that I realize I'm not in a panic or I don't feel like, oh shit, I forgot something. Oh my God, oh my God. Like when I feel like I'm at peace, even if that's just for a day or for a few hours or whatever the case may be, I feel like that's always my highest high. When I can meditate, when I can center myself, when I can pray, when I can remind, when I can thank God instead of asking God, those type of things. Those moments to me, I feel like are very important. Stretching, simple things, it's just time to yourself that you can kind of just be at peace and think, So I feel like those are my highest highs. It's very simple. In addition to like adding family to that equation, like being with my kids or being, the things that I don't really never have time to do, like I said, because I'm busy all the time. So, lowest lows, oh my God, probably would definitely be really just my whole struggle. I feel like up until I got to Atlanta was when I really started feeling like I was progressing. Man, I've been through a lot. Like I was homeless with my 12-year-old, my daughter. I slept in the car primarily the whole pregnancy with her. You know what I'm saying? Just like little stuff. Like it was just like a lot of stuff that I went through that I don't really be like shaking about because it don't matter. Everybody got a story, so everybody go through some shit. You gotta get through it. It's like so. But I feel like my lowest lows probably would just be those times when I didn't have shit and I feel like I didn't even know how to ask God for it. Like I couldn't even pray for myself. I was that lost. Like just in that lifestyle, like being in the clubs and doing all that. And that's why I kind of got out of that and got into radio and started doing what I do. You know what I mean? Doing media and being in the club in a different aspect, basically. But yeah, definitely. My lowest lows definitely was in my 20s. Definitely was when I was stripping. Definitely was when I was drinking and partying every night. I was very self-destructing. Put it that way. You know what I'm saying? No, not that. Just more like drinking, smoking a lot of weed. Drinking every day is really bad for your body.
Bro.
And then I'm not a huge drinker. Like, I'm more of a social drinker. So for somebody like me, when you just start doing it every single day, you notice the difference, you know, in a lot of things. Your skin, you know.
Yes.
So, that pills probably like would be the most that I would go, like popping eggs and stuff like that. But like, I'm older now, so I don't even really be on that type of shit. I drink, but I definitely blow one down. You know what I'm saying? Smoke some weed, but I don't be on all that extra shit though.
Yeah, when I dated the stripper, like she wanted a bottle. Like every time I was
Tell
off,
me.
she be like, "I need a bottle." And that motherfucker be gone. My next set of off days,
I used
I
to be
need a
like
bottle. God damn.
I used to be like
Turn that motherfucker up.
Yeah. Whole bottle. I used to be able to drink whole bottles. My body can't take that shit no more though.
Okay, what is one of your love languages?
I'm a big fan of intimacy. Period. Just in general as a whole.
And
So,
then caring.
Just I'm one of the type of people that I feel like sex is overrated. Like, you gotta mentally stimulate me before you can stimulate me. If that makes sense to anybody. You know what I'm saying?
So you got like the sandbox until like it's.
You just gotta mentally stimulate me. It's not even necessarily that. It's case by case. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like I'd rather be.
You want to be locked in.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
connected.
I don't know. That's just where I'm at in my life. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else might be in a different place, but for me, it's more like, if I don't feel like I'm growing with you, or I don't feel like I'm elevating with you, or I don't feel like I'm gaining nothing other than some dick, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, that's not sufficient. I'm 37 years old. So at 37, like, that's just not sufficient for me. So I feel like I need more than that. You know what I'm saying? Also, because I come from a lifestyle where sex is idolized. That shit get old. It's like if you work in fast food all your life, you might not like fucking cheeseburgers by the time you turn 37. You know what I mean? I'm just being real. Being real. Like, I've never worked in fast food, so I eat shit off some motherfucking McDonald's. Because I ain't never had to make that shit, you know? Like, it's like, it's all about your life, how you live, you know what I'm saying? But for me, like, the clubs are like over the fuck right now. Yeah.
Okay, a bond you lost, you want it forever.
Say that one more time, sweet.
A bond you lost that you wanted forever.
Ooh, that's a really good question. So I would probably say my cousin, because we was extremely close, but he passed away when I was 12. He was 14, so he got shot. But I don't know, we was just really, really, really close, and I always wonder, like, randomly, if he was still alive, like, how we would be now, like, how our relationship would be, if he would be over all the time, if we would be kicking it, if we would be in the same state, you know, those type of things. So I would say probably the loss of my cousin, because that was the first, like, real tragedy that I ever experienced that, like, really changed and shifted shit for me in my life, you know. So yeah, that would be mine.
That shit sad as hell. Shot at 14?
Yeah, he so what happened was he ended up finding a gun at my grandma's house. Him and his friend, they had got paid to paint the fence. And when they was over there, they was going through her stuff and they found the gun. But the gun was it didn't never have no bullets. My grandma always had the gun there and they never had bullets for it. It had sat there for years and nobody ever touched it. And they took it and they got bullets for it. And they thought their stuff was gonna go and, you know, try to shoot it or whatever they was gonna do in the alleys. And before they could do that, his friend, they was at the house, his friend was trying to load it. This is the story that we heard. So allegedly, I'll say, because I wasn't there, so I don't know. But they say he was trying to load it, or he was fucking with the gun in some type of fashion in the kitchen. My cousin was doing something, like making something to eat or something at the counter. And whatever he did, like he tried to like swing it, girl, the trigger went off. And the bullet hit the wall, ricocheted, and hit my cousin right in the head. Dropped to the floor, right in the kitchen. Crazy.
That shit, my cousin shot one of his friends too.
Yeah, I think dude was like real fucked up off that shit.
And I was about to say that's fucked up.
Shit. And then you got people coming at you, you know, like, oh, you killed your friend, or you know, family. And even on our side, like my cousin mama really couldn't stop people from how they felt. You know, she would be like, you know, y'all can't make him feel like it's his fault, you know, that type of thing. And how they felt was how they felt. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them played football together. So they went to school together, you know, it was like a lot. So yeah, like it was a lot going on like with that. But yeah, but Oopie cool though. Shout out to Oopie, man. It's all love.
Is he like mentally stable, or he just kind of throwing?
You know, I honestly don't know. It was like one of the type of things. Like after that happened, he like, damn, yeah, like he was gone. Like I think my other cousin had ran into him like one time, but my other cousin was one of the ones that felt like,
yeah, fuck him.
So it was like not a good thing, you know what I'm saying? But I always was just kind of like neutral, like because I knew him too. And I feel like deep down in my heart that he would never do something like that on purpose. So either way it went or however it transpired, I feel like it was an accident.
Yeah.
So I would never put that over him. You know what I'm saying? So,
That's cool of you.
yeah.
Here you go a quote. If you don't let your past die, it won't let you live. So give me an example of something it was like hard to let go from your past.
That's a great question. Okay, so for me, I would probably say, so I'm a very social person. A lot of people don't believe that you can be social and not be sexually attractive or active with certain people of the opposite sex. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just a social person. I'm in fucking media. I fuck with artists. I do, music, all that type of shit. I've always been like that. So for me, just like I feel like when you're in a relationship, understanding what is respectful and what's not. So like even though like for instance, I had to understand like you can't communicate with certain people because you got a man and you married and he may not think that's okay. Even though it's innocent and I ain't trying to, it ain't nothing.
Give an example of what you're saying.
So like an ex or something. Like I have people that, but this is the thing. See, I have people that I've known, even though they my exes. Like to me, high school even is a fucking. I was a kid. Like I'm a grown ass woman now. You know what I'm saying? So, but whatever. So I look at it like nothing. But I had to understand how he just reacted. Oh no, see, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas be asking me about radio shows and shit, trying to find me investments and shit. Come on, be hurting, okay? You know what time it is. But I'm just saying. So. Not that, but it don't make me feel no type of way. It was just the fact that I had to realize certain relationships are not meant to be what they say. Everybody ain't with you forever. Some people just with you for a season. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to realize that. Also, I feel like cutting off, as my friend, or well, not my friend, well, my friend, one of my friends and associates, Latoya, would say, dead weight, cutting the dead weight. So like, just like extra people that's just like around for no reason, like. I really don't even like you. Like, I don't even fuck with you like that. So why am I, like, engaging? Why am I coming to these gatherings? Why am I, that type of thing. So I had to, like, you ever heard that song by Alyssa Cara here?
I don't even know who she's talking about.
I do. She's talking about, like, why am I here? Like, sitting around surrounded by all these people I don't even know. I don't even like these people. I'm all in this marijuana smoke. I'm just, so that's how I used to feel like. I don't even really fuck with y'all like this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why am I even, So I don't know. Just for me, understanding what's appropriate and what's not. And that all come with growth and with learning. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't never been nobody's wife. So it's certain things I don't know. It ain't no blueprint for that shit. I ain't never been nobody's mama.
Just do what your man said.
Ain't no blueprint. What?
Okay.
So that's what we're not gonna do. Let's talk about that. Okay. Let's talk about that because that's what we're not gonna do. So I am a very, very, very I'm just very passionate about being able to do my own thing, move my own way, and as long as I'm not disrespecting you or I'm not, doing nothing that would be offensive to you or making you look bad, like let me
rock out
because this was gonna get the money. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's the only reason I'm doing.
Telling you.
I mean, I don't really think like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when people like when women be out at gatherings or whatever. Like, I mean, it's cool to talk to other people. It's just being about like respectful and not making me look crazy and making me look bad. So,
how difficult is it for you to compromise, or was it for you to compromise?
That's a great question. We was on divorce court, y'all. Anyway, that's how I know.
Y'all were divorce
I don't know why you just made me think about Judge Toller when you said I need to compromise because she told me some shit like, you need to get your shit together. That's what she told me. But she denied my request for divorce. But anyway.
How long ago was this?
It sounds recent.
This was like this wasn't recent. This was like in 2016, like 2014.
Okay.
Because it was before my last son 5. So it was before that. But yeah, we went on there.
So it was crazy. You need to compromise.
Yeah. Cause he was telling her all kind of weird shit, like I be throwing toy trucks at his head and shit. Like he made me look like a whole domestic abuse motherfucker on there. But it was out of there. I was like,
sometimes it sounds worse when you say it.
And not only that, y'all have to think about the fact she was like, "Oh, was all that stuff that he was saying true?" I'm like, "Yeah." But you gotta think that it was over a time of like 10 years.
Okay.
So like they basically ask you questions about your relationship. Oh, like kind of what y'all doing with me right now. You just going down questions like over a period of time though. So they might be like, since y'all been together.
Has this
You know what I'm saying? And then they'll take notes on everything you say and then they put it all together in 30 minutes. So it looked like all this shit just happened last month. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, bro, this been happening. Like this was shit that happened in the beginning. Or this was shit that, you know, that type of thing. But it is what it is, man. I ain't big on like the commenters. I'm like, baby, I don't read. I know they be talking about when I don't read comments. Like I don't be giving a fuck what people be saying. So it is.
Yeah, compromise. I ask because compromise is hard for me because I am bossy. I'm a boss.
You know what? I ain't even cut you off. But back to the original question at hand. So it's hard. And it depends on what I'm compromising for. Because if it's something that I'm really, really passionate about, it's almost very likely that it's not gonna happen. I'm an Aquarius. So we are kind of stubborn, but my husband is a Pisces, and they are very stubborn. So it's kind of like we be having to compromise sometimes because otherwise it get too bad.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like it's like we don't need to do this.
Somebody got been.
Somebody got to bend. You just gotta do it.
Yeah, I'm the worst. I be like, I want to leave. I gotta change. I gotta go.
Yeah, I'll be feeling this sometimes. And it also depends on what it is too. You know.
But I'm over it now. But it took me a minute to be like, change for what? Like this is working. What are we talking about?
This works for me.
Yeah,
It totally works for me.
It don't work for you. Dang, I might gotta leave then.
Okay, what's like one of your scariest moments, like dealing with your kids?
Oh my god.
You ever lost one?
No, and that is my biggest fear in life.
To lose one of them?
To bury a child. That is my
No, not like that. Like
fear.
lose and like misplace one.
Oh no, I thought you meant like lose. Like girl, you know we in
No.
2023, so people my age, we burying kids. My friend just lost her child. You know what I'm saying? Her shout out to Mo Show Live. Her son just recently passed away in a car accident. So just stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? My kids worry me, especially my boys, because it's just this is not a society for black men. And I feel like it's set up for y'all to fail, you know, ultimately. And I'm very, very strong on the it takes a village. Because I don't believe that even a 2-parent household with multiple children can sufficiently, like effectively, I would say, raise 3 kids and give them, or 3 or more kids and give them all the attention that they need and be, you know, tuned into every single thing that they got going on and still work full-time jobs and take care of the house and whatever. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So that's like my life. Like I have 3 kids at home. We both work full-time jobs. He got 2 jobs. I work 2 jobs. Plus we got the radio show. We, you know what I'm saying? We book the events. We do stuff. We move it. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to, I feel like, instill like every single moral or every single aspect that you would want to in your child and like make them who you really want them to be, because you're too busy trying to make the money to live. And then with inflation and shit like that right now, it's like everybody broke, check trying to make it, you know. So it's like I'm not trying to be in that place, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to like stay ahead of the game type. So it's like I feel like that's one of the worst things for me. Like but misplaced, no, I've never misplaced a kid. That's never happened to me.
I was about to ask something else. I can't remember. In reference to what you was just saying. Oh, so you would be poly?
No, I hate that.
Why you hate it?
Because bitch, you gotta go home, ho. Like, no.
Okay.
You can't stay here.
Tired of you.
Like, we got whole kids and shit. The fuck I'm gonna tell my kids? Like, no, my son's 17. He'll be like, who is this?
Auntie.
She gotta go home. No, auntie needs to go get her own house.
Okay.
Trying to fuck the other one.
Okay, right.
You said who? You want the son?
Yeah,
Yeah, trying to get it in with the son, you know. What Dirk say? I fucked your baby mama, and I ain't say a thing.
Oh my god. You said that. Now I fucked your baby mama. That's lit. That's the latest.
That's lit.
Going.
Dirk be lit out here.
Okay, so if y'all be gone like that, they pretty much have like the house to themselves, right?
ultimately, well, me and my husband work opposite shifts. So one of us is always at home because he works at night and I work in the day. But when it comes to the events and stuff like that, yeah, when we go to the radio, yeah. But I got a 17-year-old, 12-year-old. I mean, a 13. She just turned 13, and then a 5-year-old. So, but they in the house.
So they allowed to have people over?
No, they know better.
You got cameras up?
Don't have that problem. Trust me.
Oh, okay.
I have very good neighbors. We live in a community that used to be an elderly community, and a lot of the older people didn't move out, and a lot of them are rosy nosies, and I love it because they gonna tell and they gonna sing like a bird. Okay.
Like a canary.
I'm not playing. And then we cool with security, and security sit right outside. We use the first building. He sit right outside our crib, so we don't have those problems. I don't never have to worry about. I have to worry more about my child leaving the house and me not knowing where he at than him bringing somebody over. I don't have to worry about that at all. My daughter, she don't be on that. She not there yet. She still play with Barbie Dream House and stuff, and she's 13.
Okay.
That's lucky.
I keep my kids in a kid's space. I feel like a 5-year-old should act like a 5-year-old. A 12-year-old should act like a 12-year-old. That's how I've always been, though. So it don't matter what I do and how I live. I'm a whole grown ass woman, and I've been through some shit. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do because I'm paying fucking bills. You know what I'm saying? But I make my kids stay in kid place.
I agree with that.
Okay, something you do to keep good mental health.
Oh God.
What can I say on this?
You can say whatever you want.
Adderall.
Okay.
I need it because my focus is not there unless
You can
hone
in.
I gotta bring it in.
A psychotic drug that is like a pain.
ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
It's like for ADHD.
They say a lot of them drugs be like placebos, like they really don't work. It's just
Shit.
Not Adderall, because a lot of people who's supposed to take it don't even like taking it.
Because it really works.
Yeah.
This shit had you up for 3 fucking days. Like I be having a microdose, one small ass Adderall.
That's because you don't really have it. If you really had it, it would make you like, you'll just be like,
It would be the
like
opposite.
a zombie.
Uh-huh.
It'll overstimulate.
So it does the opposite to me because I'm like a zombie and then I take it and it makes me like, yep, yeah, it does the opposite to me. So, but yeah, I be needing to get all my work and shit done.
But what about mentally, like calm, like those moments without anxiety? What about that? What do you do to produce those type of moments?
So for me, it's gonna be baths, candles, incense, smoking,
Hello.
listening to music. I like to, so relaxing for me is like making flyers. I like to make flyers. I like to do like graphics and shit. So I get a good blunt in me, get some music going. I sit there for hours and just make some fucking flyers, like on some bullshit, like about nothing. But
Yeah.
I like doing stuff like that. Anything really where I'm like almost like video game, but it's productive. Like it ain't really a video game type shit, editings and stuff like that. I like to do that type of stuff. So.
It's time to be flying when you get to be gone.
I just made some candles with my daughter not too long ago. That was pretty cool. That was pretty relaxing. Yeah, I just got frustrated with matching the scents. That shit wasn't for me. I was over it after like the 8th scent. I'm like, bitch, you pick the shit. I'm over this shit. Like, this ain't even my class for real. I'm just here to support my child. Like, fuck out my face. I was so mad. I could not get the right scents. Like, she was trying to make us mix our own scent. And I don't know, like all the combinations that I was picking, it just wasn't working together. And then you know how after you smell so many of them, you just be like, you know what? She like, smell the coffee beans. Bitch, I'm done with this shit. I don't want to make no candle no more.
Yeah, so you biracial?
My mom is Mexican and black. My dad is black and white.
Oh, easy. All mixed up.
But
that's why I got that New Jersey shit from, because I dated a girl from, she was like all mixed up, like Italian and all that.
Yeah, I don't have no Italian in me. I might shit somewhere. But not that I know about. It's not on the surface.
So your mom is Spanish and black.
So my grandpa, like my blood grandpa, my mom's dad, his name is Joseph Ramirez. All of my granddad's family is Ramirez or something like that because they're all Hispanic.
They speak Spanish? You speak Spanish?
He had to learn English taught to us.
Did they like look at you?
Because my husband be talking about this all the time. Like, man, I can't believe y'all granddad learn English to talk to y'all niggas. Like, hell yeah, we need to learn this shit. But nah, my mom speaks a little bit of Spanish.
Did the Spanish side frown on y'all because y'all don't speak Spanish?
They don't fuck with us.
Yeah,
I don't
y'all
fuck
black.
with them. Yeah, I don't even be fucking with them. Then I'm one type of people like, I'll beat your ass. Bitch.
Mhm.
I don't give a fuck you a cousin or not. Don't come over here on Christmas with that shit.
Yeah.
So I be trying to stay away from people. I just don't do that shit.
I didn't know that Spanish people did that till I dated a Spanish guy, but they don't speak Spanish. He was Cuban and Ecuadorian, but his mom speak full blown. All her kids don't speak Spanish, and but her parents and stuff didn't, because they don't speak Spanish.
They got hood.
Yeah, because they fuck with niggas.
That's why.
Which was crazy because his grandma was the one who didn't like fuck with them, but his grandfather black as tar.
Right.
So it's like, how the fuck you don't like niggas? Yo, that's our granddad black. What you mean?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, all my family on my mom's side is black, and then all my family on on my mom's side,
Right.
and then all my family on my mom's dad's side is Hispanic, and then on my dad's side is the opposite of that. So, but I don't know them, so I just know a couple. I got one cousin, Michelle. Hey, Michelle. That's the only person I know. But yeah, so, but I consider myself.
Oh, you talking about Michelle?
Oh yeah, hey Michelle. That was my only cousin on my dad's side. That she tried to hook us up a couple times.
Yeah.
He won't go.
She's Spanish. Oh, you talking your dad's side?
My dad's
Okay,
side, she black. Yeah. She just tried to hook us up, like, to get me back in contact with him or whatever, but it ain't never worked. Every time I got back in contact with him, I didn't get back in contact with him. Like, it just was something.
It's probably for the best, though.
Yeah.
Especially for what you doing and what you building. They gonna come.
That's what my mom said.
They gonna come.
She said it all the time.
That's a fact. My dad right now, he talking about, oh, well, just make sure you give me a truck. I was like, nigga, you got money, you ain't give me shit. I'm gonna get you what you got me.
Period.
You feel me? And he be like, oh, I can't get no shit. No, not no
I
truck.
ain't got time for it.
I guess we're gonna wrap it up or whatever. So, are you giggling?
You money? Yeah, right. You money?
Okay, so I guess tell us about your latest projects, and do you have any kind of merch or anything?
I don't have any merch, so what I do is I have a media platform. We're called the Gumbo Radio Show. We're on his 92.3 every Thursday night with the Atlanta Hawks DJ, who's outside waiting on me. Hey Mo, I love you so much. Thank you. So let me tell you about Mo, okay? I texted Mo yesterday, like, hey, I have this interview tomorrow. What you doing? And I said, what you doing tomorrow? He's like, because he's packing, because he's going to Abu Dhabi or whatever with the Hawks. Yeah, that's where he's going with the Hawks. So they playing over there for 2-3 weeks, and he DJ for them, so he going with them. So he's like probably packing, getting ready for his trip or whatever. I was like, well, my co-host Nacha was like, Nacha has to work, so I'm going to this interview. I need a ride, Y'all, why he texted me last night? Like, I'm out here. Okay. He was outside last night because he thought the interview was yesterday. So he pulled up last night to pick me up. I'm like, the interview ain't till tomorrow. I already done posted and said it was last Saturday. I'm like, okay, our days all fucked up. All of us, our days fucked up. But yeah, so we have a radio show, y'all. So we take artists, we interview other platforms. So I would like to invite y'all whenever y'all free to come on. We're on Thursday nights. From 7 to 9, so y'all can come hang out with us, have a whole show, promote y'all on our platform as well.
We coming tomorrow.
Pull up.
We coming
No,
tomorrow.
don't do it tomorrow because I got 2 virtual the next Thursday after that. Because y'all wouldn't get no time.
We can't do next Thursday.
Too, so
I can't do next Thursday.
You can't?
No, because I host another show every other Thursday.
Okay, well then the Thursday after that.
Yes,
that's right.
I can do that.
And then I have time to schedule and make y'all fly.
Yeah.
But anyway, also anybody looking to promote y'all businesses or brands, I do a community event every month. It's a farmer's market. It's in Decatur.
Yes.
We have vendors out there. We have a DJ. We have a band. We have entertainment. For October, we're doing a trunk or treat. October the 30th, it'll be from 5 to 9. And yeah, we're looking for more vendors. I think the vendor list is still open. But yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Y'all can check out my website, the gumboshowpodcast.com.
I think we follow each other.
Yeah, we do. But I totally just interview people, pull up to events, network, and just build this brand up. So I do have a book out though. I don't have any merch, but I have a book. You guys can catch it on Kindle and Amazon. It's called More Bars with More Ash. So basically, I took all the interviews that I did with artists and turned them into chapters and made a book out of it. And I published the book out. So every chapter is about an artist. It's their biography, basically.
That's pretty tough.
Yeah, so that's what I did.
Somebody gonna copy this shit.
Yeah, I ain't worried about it. It's all good. They welcome in advance.
Okay, they're confident. You gonna do it better.
So yeah, I said I was gonna come out with a sequel, but now I think I'm just gonna do a mixtape to it and just run it.
I think you should keep doing it.
Yeah, somebody else said that too.
I think you should because it's unlike any other product.
My friend was like, "Stop taking that book shit lightly." She was like, "Bitch, stop being so humble." Like I don't know. I'm just a real firm believer of like I spent too many years and time, y'all, just worried about like what the fuck I'm doing and what people thinking and how they accepting it. I'm in a space right now where I don't give a fuck.
Definitely do it for you.
Like, my son will beat your ass. Pull up and say something. You know what I'm saying? Like, quit playing with me. I'm a whole grown ass woman out here. Like, I'm in a house full of men. Like, don't play with me. So I'm not literally threatened or worried about nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like I'm just living my best life right now. So I ain't pressed. I'm not pushed on nothing. I just want to grow, and I feel like whatever is meant for me, it's gonna find me. It's totally gonna find me. And I'm not gonna have a choice, but it's meant because it's meant for me. You know what I'm saying? So.
That's fire though, but nah, don't do that bullshit. And the mixtape, do it all.
Yeah,
do all that shit.
We working on the mixtape right now, but yeah,
that's lit.
So, but we do all of that.
Okay, now I was gonna say any last words. Kay.
I was about to just go take it because I feel like you're gonna ask me. But now, is there anything that our viewers didn't get to learn about you that you would want them to know about you?
No, overall, I'm just a really chill person. I'm very transparent, I'm sure, as y'all can see. Like, I really don't have no regrets in my life. Like, everything that I did and everything that happened to me, it put me here. You know what I'm saying? It put me right where I'm at right now. It gave me a lot of knowledge to where I can move through these streets comfortably. I don't look over my shoulders. I don't have no bad vibes with nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm extremely mature about it. And I just feel like any personal things that I went through, it was personal. You know what I'm saying? And just like anybody else, you know, people gonna say what they gonna say. They talk about Cardi B, they talk about Jesus, they talk about everybody. So,
they did talk about Jesus.
You know what I mean?
They killed them, right?
I can't be worried about that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep doing me. So whoever fucks with me just gonna fuck with me. But that's it. I fucks with everybody though, y'all. See, I need a reason now too.
Okay.
So, yeah, but I'm cool though.
Big prayer.
So, but yeah, follow me, y'all. 1_more Ash or the Gumbo Show on Instagram is _Gumbo Show. So, and I'm very responsive. So hit me up.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask this real quick. So do you allow your husband to look in your phone?
Yeah, absolutely. You know the code to my phone and everything. The code is his birthday. Yeah, absolutely. You want my phone all the time.
Y'all ugly.
And guess what else? I should oh, y'all banging. See, I fucks with y'all because I finna say some shit and now everybody finna fucking know this shit, right?
Okay.
I shouldn't say this shit because we've been running this shit for like a year. I'm being some real shit.
Exclusive.
This is exclusive shit.
We get all the exclusives.
I want y'all to know that I'm logged into his Instagram and he logged into my Instagram.
Okay.
So y'all do the math on it.
So whatever you said, she seen that
so
shit.
Any messages y'all send to my page, it's going straight to him. And any messages that's sent to his page, it's coming straight to me. And we logged into both. So don't think about flipping it. So
okay,
but yeah,
they were ugly.
That's just where we at. Like either we gonna be together, we gonna do this shit,
right,
or we not. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't really no in between to that at this point.
That's good.
It must be nice to have. Hopefully I had that one day.
I just told y'all the whole story, all the shit we went through though.
Okay,
trucks and stripping and all type of shit, but we made it. Nigga, we made it. God did.
Toy trucks.
God did.
Amen. Nah, for real. We just had that conversation too. Like me and Scott, my boyfriend is Scott, but he be like, everybody be seeing these videos and just think this shit is just lit. And I'm like, nah, I edit the fuck out the videos. He's like, yeah, cause this shit hard. That shit ain't easy.
Sure ain't.
We go through so much stuff.
And it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like even on the male side of things, like it's not underrated. It's a lot for men. You know what I'm saying? To balance, like, and then we got attitudes and emotions and be one day whatever.
I couldn't deal with me.
So as a man, like I can get it. You know what I'm saying? So.
And you respect him more because, like, damn, I see what you did. Like, you really fucking with me through all of this shit.
It depends on the attitude. It's like if I'm called, it's just like, because that shit can hurt your feelings. Like when you call a girl and she just turn, you like, what the fuck did I do to you?
Like,
yeah. Damn. So it just depends. It can't be no weekly thing. Now, if you doing that here and there, but if you doing it too much, I can't fuck with you no more, man. It's too much.
I don't really have too much of an attitude. My thing is shut down.
I don't like to
shut down.
do it to people. Like, that's one of the reasons I wanted to stay single for a long time. Because I dealt with somebody who treated me like that all the time. Like, he was just always angry. And I took some of that on. So I'm like, I don't never want to do this.
He was broke too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was broke. Right, if he had money, he'd probably be happy, huh?
Because I'm saying, when I deal with a broke woman,
true.
they give me so much fucking attitude. And I still be helping them, but it don't be enough. You know what I'm saying? So they be mad.
You know why? Because a lot of times, motherfucker needs so much help, it'll make you broke trying to help a
Okay.
motherfucker. For real, like people be having so much debt and it's so fucking depressing. Like sometimes people look at shit and they like, I don't know how I'm gonna ever fucking get out of this or how I'm gonna ever get caught up on this, because sometimes you can't see. Like to me, it's like you gotta look at the glass half full, like instead of looking at it, half empty type of thing.
So you
know what I'm
almost
saying?
there.
You looking at the bad picture instead of looking at like, okay, I can take $25 a week, even if it's just $25, and put it on this small bill and start paying. You know what I'm saying? Doing something for yourself. And honestly, for some single women out there, and I ain't been single for a long time, but I feel like a man will be more subject to help you when he see you helping yourself.
Absolutely.
So if I'm talking to you and I'm telling you like, yeah, I got this bill, or whatever, I'm not asking you to pay it. I'm telling you what I did. Like, shit, I put 100 on it today, and I made a payment arrangement, I made an extension. I'll worry about it next week when I get paid. But anyway, how was your day?
Exactly.
That's the shit a man would respect, instead of you always pulling up and feeling obligated or entitled to a man doing some shit for you. You know what I'm saying?
Let me put some on it too then.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And you will want to. It's like, damn, she didn't even ask me to do this shit. I might put $100 on this next bill today.
You got the 400, but let me give you
Right.
150 or
Right.
something, yeah.
So that's just my perspective.
That's what anything. Help yourself, my nigga. Like, do something.
Yeah.
Don't just be over here waiting with your hand out. Cause you cute. Or cause your ass fat. You
Or
paid
both.
you paid
Or
something to
both.
get that ass. Like, you better pay someone a damn light bill.
I know that's right.
Fuck.
Or did you? Somebody else probably paid
Okay.
for it.
Then you should have, your priorities was fucked up and you should have made them pay for your lights.
Period.
Okay, so literally it's no pressure. I appreciate you coming through.
Thanks
And
for having me. I appreciate y'all. Y'all dope as fuck. Keep y'all thing going.
appreciate it. And we gonna see y'all in a minute. We got another interview. She says she on the way, so we about to see. And we out, man.